45 years ago, in the early hours of another June 5th, Senator Robert Kennedy was shot and mortally wounded in Los Angeles while campaigning for the Democratic presidential nomination. Whether you know about the assassination from history or from your own memory, there is one story from that night that has never been told until now. Here's Michelle Miller.
And now it's on to Chicago, and let's win there.
Minutes after Robert Kennedy's victory speech in the California primary, panic ripped through the hotel ballroom.
Is there a doctor in the house, please? It's very important.
5 doctors responded, including Dr. Ross Miller, who described the scene to CBS News correspondent Terry Drinkwater.
Can you describe the senator's wounds?
Well, they were a mass of blood, and he had head injuries. The extent of them could not be ascertained immediately.
Dr. Miller was my father. He had campaigned for Kennedy and always told us he was there that night, but we had no visual proof until we searched the CBS News archives earlier this year.
Was he fully conscious, Doctor?
No.
Kennedy's friend Paul Schrade was also shot.
There's still a dent there. The bullet went into the first layer skull and out.
You're lucky.
Very lucky. If I'd been an inch taller, it really would have got me.
Dr. Marvin Ursher saw Schrade bleeding on the floor.
You check him. There's another doctor there.
Right.
Who was that doctor? Do you know?
I don't know.
It was just that chaotic.
Right.
So this is what we found in the CBS News archives.
How many others were hit, Doctor?
I know of 2 others. I also took care of Paul Schrade.
Never knew.
He had a deep laceration of the forehead.
Paul, to see this and to see how he knew your name.
Yeah.
And he...
Well, this is a real surprise for me. How can I express my gratitude for that, except to say to you that you had a great father?
At the time, 2 publications mentioned my father's contributions, a cover story in Jet magazine and a photo caption in Life, but we couldn't find him in the picture. So we tracked down the man who took it, Bill Epridge.
So who is identified as Dr. Ross Miller in that picture?
I don't know.
Epridge is responsible for many of the iconic images from that night, and he allowed us to go through some of his unpublished photos. That's when something jumped out at me.
Bill, I think we may have found him.
What?
I think we may have found him.
Let me see.
It's a picture inside Good Samaritan Hospital. There in the corner, standing just outside of Kennedy's room, Dr. Miller.
Yes, it's him.
It's him.
That's him.
Finally, proof in black and white that my family history is forever entwined with that terrible night in American history.
Thank you.
All right.
Michelle Miller, CBS News, Los Angeles.